meeting with me today regarding your pre-observation for the lesson that I'm going to be observing. So I just wanted to touch base with you to talk to you a little bit about what it's going to look like, how we can help each other through this coaching cycle and through the observation cycle as well. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the lesson that you presented me with. I see that you're working on attributes and measurements, right? Comparing taller than or shorter than. What in this lesson would you like me to take a closer look at? What would you like me to observe?
So for this lesson, since this is I've taught this lesson a couple of times, so they should be knowledgeable, understanding shorter and taller and being able to compare. Since I'm breaking them up into two groups, I really want you to make sure when I'm asking them that they're using the academic language. So I'll be doing groups of 3. One student is going to be the observer, and they have to say the sentence, so-and-so is taller than blank.
Good. Are there any like student assets that you have in your classroom that would provide extra support, that you would need to provide any extra support with? Anything that we can help identify, like maybe English language learners, your standard English students, anybody that's been identified with an IEP?
So in my class specifically, I have 3 IEPs and I have about 5 ELs. So that's why this lesson is not really sitting down looking at a paper. It's more verbal.
Okay, it's more verbal. So then that kind of leads me to where we're going to go out with the next experience here with choosing our CSTP standards. When we had a chance to meet a little bit earlier, we talked about what you were going to be working on, and you selected engaging and supporting all students in their learning. So how are you going to engage, or what is it that you want me to take a look at and observe on how you're engaging your students in the lesson?
So I'm going to give them multiple opportunities to understand and really grasp what I want them to do. I'm kind of doing the model of I do, you do, we do, or I do, we do, you do. So I'm going to be comparing 2 friends, and so they know and see, okay, when I break out into my groups, this is the academic language I need to be using. This is what is expected. And then when we do the 2 groups, it's them practicing doing it. And then that's when I really want to see if you can hear the academic language being spoken. And then the I do is the last part when they're doing it on paper and they're comparing 2 objects that they're seeing.
And will you be able to use like examples, like say for your students that are ELs, are there any other supports that you'll be providing them that you would like me to take a look at?
I'm doing homogeneous grouping when I'm doing with my ELs, so that I'm hoping that will kind of help them, support them. And then since I'll be doing groups, I can be able to kind of float around more and be able to help easier.
Okay, good. And then during our previous talks, we talked about you having an aide in the classroom that assists you, and she stays with you pretty much throughout the day. Is there anything that you would like me to take a look at as far as what the aide is doing, or is it something that you already have planned out with her?
Yes, this is something her and because I kind of tell her what I'm going to do in the lessons and what I kind of want her to do. So she's going to just kind of follow my lead. She's going to stay with a group. I'll have a group, but I'm going to kind of use them as more of an example to the class. So she will be looking at academic language and then doing behaviors mostly.
And then are there any like things that you can kind of point out, any weaknesses or anything or strengths that you would like extra support in for the observation? Anything else you'd like me to talk about?
So for my observation,